Hi guys, I'm restarting this reading. It's for Thursday the 11th of January and the pack is The Shaman Dreams by Alberto Villoldo and Colette Baron Reid. As you noticed, the card's already done and laid out and one card is turned. I had started recording this and all of a sudden my phone battery tanked by nearly 20%. So I then had to go and get chargers. I did pause it, but it decided to turn itself off because the charger wouldn't work properly. So basically that one's gone. So obviously I don't think Spirit was happy with how the reading was going. I must have been missing something along the way. So we're back. Let's try again. We have 8 cards, and like I said at the beginning of the other one, we've had 8 just about every single day this week. We are in an 8 year, which is also an infinity year. All about rebirth, rebuilding, renewal. Getting what we want, putting out what we want and what we need. So, I'll just check my battery, see if it's dropped at all. No, we're still going fine. That's okay then. So, the card we started off with is the curse card turned, is the Wailing Tree for reconciliations. Now, what I was saying is people are going to come back into our lives, and they're coming in to make sure that A, they're totally ended, whatever the scenario is totally done and finished with. B, if sometimes people in and out of our lives when we need them, they don't always stay, they'll come in for a little bit and we'll get what we need off each other and then they tottle off. And these people are actually looked at as fair weather friends because they're never fully there if you need them. But what actually is with a lot of these people, they are there, they're just in the background, and if you need them they will come. But some people aren't meant to stay in our lives, and some people are meant to trip in and out as and when is needed. So some of these friends could be coming back in because you'll take so much off, then they'll disappear a bit, and then they'll come back and you'll take off them and they'll take off you what's needed, what lessons to learn, and then they'll go again. So this could be happening as well with it. Reconciliations can be taken 2 ways. You can reconcile yourself about something, or reconciliations is where you're making up and making friends with people again. The Wailing Tree. There's lots of sacral energy here. Lots of sacral energy. With the orange and going the dark, even into a dark brown here, and a russet red. There's a lot of red energy as well. So there's lots of passion and power attached to these reconciliations at the minute. You're truly finding out what you want from them and what you don't. But you've got to remember to look. The light of Spirit is trying to work its way through to you. So, because see how dense it is. See how dense these are. So with how dense these are, no light can penetrate. And this is part of why the wailing's going up, because you're such a dark place that it's like, oh, woe is me, oh, 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 oh. But the light is trying to get in. It's just struggling because of the denseness. If you start to shake the leaves a bit and shake the truth from them, then the light can come in even more and there'll be less of the wailing going on because you're knowing where you're standing. Spirits at work, fairies are in. Little toe's still in the corner. So fairies are making sure that they're being around helping. Your roots are planted deep with this tree, it's been there a while. And also we go to trees can also take away our negativity and they transmute it back into the ground. So a lot of us will go and wail at a tree because they listen. They don't have to listen, but they do. And all that negativity that we're venting, that oxygen feeds the tree, because that's what trees live off, oxygen. So all that negativity they're taking in off us and they're transmuting it into the ground where it's turned back into positivity. So that is another way of looking at it. Spirit's also very much around as well. If you look here, somebody's got a few grey days around them, but Spirit's here helping and it's bringing the light through. So yeah, We'll leave that there. So let's go on to the next one. Many masks, the authentic self. Let's be honest, we all wear many masks, don't we? Many hats. We have the mom face, the dad face, we have the party face, we have the friend face, we have the illness face, the work face. We all have these different masks on, and then underneath is just us. Underneath there is just us. All these masks help us cope in different scenarios. And I think what Spirit's saying to us now is it's time for the masks to be off. Everybody's been unmasked. Everybody's been unmasked. We're all being stripped of the masks that we wear out in public. Our true authentic selves is coming through, and the more you're your authentic self, the better you're going to be as a person. The more settled, the more happy you are going to be as your authentic self. Not what you think you are. Because a lot of people are like, oh, I'm hell and damnation. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. Oh, God, don't. Oh, how I'm going to hell. Da, da, da. People don't like this side of me because it's my horrible bit. And no, that's what you view yourself as. That's your mask. That isn't what you actually are. That is your mask. That is your hidden mask that you're hiding from people, that you are actually a good person, and that you do have thoughts and feelings. That is a big mask we put over ourselves by saying, oh, I'm going to hell, I don't do this, I don't believe in that, oh, if I enter anywhere I'll set on fire. No, you're just masking yourself and you're just fooling yourself. Masks are coming off. Many masks, they're all coming off. It's time to be your authentic self. Not what you think that you are. The person you actually are is going to start evolving out, and a lot of people are going to be surprised by themselves about who they actually are as people. When they actually stop projecting something and start acknowledging whom, then a lot of people are going to be a lot happier. And yes, some people will have to check their behaviour, and they will have to check how they are, their authentic self, because there is narcissists in the world, there is nasty people, men and women, no bias. They are equal down the line for that. For every bad man, there is a bad woman. I'm sorry, but there is. I'm all about women banding together and uprising each other, but yeah, for every bad man, there is a bad woman. I'm sorry, it's quality. There has to be the yin and yang, there has to be balance. And this is what people aren't getting. There will be a balance of that. So people are going to be surprised, and some people just need to work on themselves and not be the narcissistic. I know the narcissistic behaviour is learnt, and you can unlearn it to a degree. Depends how ingrained it is in you, sadly. Straddling worlds, wandering between realms. That's for the astral walkers of us. We often straddle worlds. We straddle realms between the spirit realm. I'm straddling a realm right now between the spirit realm and the earth realm. I've also got a big dragon sat here, an angel, so I've got the angelic and the dragon realm as well going off here with me. Wandering between realms. We have to be careful when we wander between realms. We have to make sure we are protected, and that's what Archangel Michael is here for, protection. Because you can see all the protection here, all the spirit here, and the healing, look, all the healing in the green that's coming through. This is the angels protecting us with this. This is how they were. There's Michael there, this spirit there. I think that's Metatron colours actually. And there is Raphael there for the healing. So we do straddle worlds. We often straddle realms without even realising. We'll go into a dream state. When you're in a dream state, you're straddling between the dream realm and your dream state and the earth state, your wake state. So we often straddle. We have to make sure we're blinded. Why are they making me say blinded? I was going to say grounded. Make sure you get grounded when you come back, but blinded. Why am I being blinded? Why are we being blinded? Sorry, that's somebody outside shouting. So why have they fetched me the blinding? And why are they making me say blinded? I think some people are blinded to the way they do straddle. I think some people are very blinded to the fact that they do straddle the realms. I really do. You need to be more aware. Jeweled web connectivity. We've had this card a lot before Christmas, didn't we? We're all connected. All connected. What is it? Something like 5 degrees of separation? I was at an open circle the other night, and the person who was sat with us, with my friend, knew my friend from work, but I grew up with her aunt and uncle when I was a kid, and also in one of the jobs I had, there was the connection all the way through, and that's very, I've never really met this one from Adam, but the connections were there. And then I was talking about something else, about a message I'd given, and then somebody else who was sat behind me said, oh, you on about, is such and such your cousin? And I went, yeah. She went, oh, I went to school with him. I don't know this woman. And yet, that was it. The connectivity was there. We are all connected. The jeweled web just makes it more pretty, doesn't it? It's just, the jewels are just showing the spirit and the healing that's, we connect for healing, and the protection that's in with Lord Michael, spirit, and the love is in this one. Look, the little sprites all working to connect us. And the connection is more precious. It's a very precious connection that we're starting to form. We're starting to form our precious connections. The connections that are true, that are real, that mean a lot to us in life, that will help us through in our life. That's what they're for. Woodwives, adaptability. There we go. Adaptability. See, she's an acorn. See the acorn leaves? And she's got sycamore leaves down here. So she's adapting, isn't she? She's got fir in the background, fir tree in the background. So she's adapting in her woods to bring all the different forms of trees together. She's making them adapt to fit. Because we can adapt, we choose not to. Some of us truly cannot adapt to that. We truly struggle to live that way, but there's always a chance to try. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. At least you can turn around and say, I've tried to adapt to that. But on some level, you will partially adapt. Whether you fully adapt is a different matter, but you will always partially adapt. Sometimes you can just adapt enough for it to work out what you need. The camera angle is different on this because of the chargers plugged in. So, gathering around, the power of community. See, they're making me put it back as reversed because that's how it was, and I was going to turn it right, but they're making me put it back as reversed. So, we're not using our communities as we should. Okay. They're leading me to something I said at New Year. New Year's morning, I walked up from my friends. Just for something that would take me 15 minutes, 20 tops, to walk up a hill. But obviously safety, if I took a taxi, it would cost me £8. And I'm like, no. So I walked it, because it was early hours, it was 2 a.m. in the morning. Obviously there is safety. I live in a pretty good area, but you can't guarantee, can you, anything these days? And the one thing that struck me very, very real, it's allowing me to turn it around now, is when I was walking up, 3 lads walked down and they crossed over the road, which is fair dues. I don't have an issue with that. That was fine. That was better for all of us. They never said a word to me. Then, they were only young lads, they never said a word to me. Then, a little higher up, as I near the top of my road, a family with 3 kids and a mum and dad, little kids and a mum and dad, was walking down. They never said a word to me either. And it didn't strike me until after I passed that not one of them said Happy New Year. It was New Year's morning. Everybody was coming home from their New Year's celebrations, and yet on the street, nobody was wishing each other Happy New Year. And I find that very sad, very, very sad, because I remember at one point I'd been on my way home and Happy New Year would have been shouted out all across the street. And I'm not that old. I'm old, but not that old. But I can remember where you're walking down the street, Happy New Year, and you see your neighbours, Happy New Year. And there's none of that. Absolutely none of that. We went in the shops yesterday, me and my mum, and we wished the shop assistant Happy New Year. And she looked a bit taken aback and she says, do you know you're up first to do it? And that was a Thursday. New Year's Day was Monday. I find it very, very sad that that's the way the world is going. You're just not speaking to each other. Communities. A power of a community is very big. You see the butterfly here for transformation? That's what a community can do. That's what a spiritual community can do. That's what a gardening community can do. You find your tribe to where you are, and these communities are what help you transform. Look at the sprite with the magic going up, and the other one here. They're all tending to the mushrooms, look. But can you see spirit around, healing coming in? It's all there, they're tending to them. The little fairies are tending to them, but do you know what? You can see the magic from her coming down and then going into the butterfly for the transformation, look. So, it's there, we're just not harnessing it. We're just not using the power of the community like we need to, and we need to start. This is something that's got to come back. People are isolating themselves too much with fear, and I think this is what Spirit's wanting you to know, that the feminine energy is going to start bringing things like this back in, because this is what's needed. The crossing initiation. That Spirit. There's a portal has been on since 1st of the 1st. I think it's closing next week. The crossing is happening for a lot of people, and it will happen more before the ascension's in, because a lot of people are checking out because they don't want to be around for it. They've gone as far as they want. They've seen a bit, and they're like, oh, I don't want to put up with all this hassle and all this turmoil. Do you know what? I'll be reborn once it's in. I'll have a nicer life then. And this is what's happening with a lot of people. This is the way they are going about their business with it. And also, the portals are opening for people to cross. And the portal's also opening for us to cross. How can I put it? Not cross over to Spirit, but for us to work with Spirit. Initiation. We're being initiated into Spirit more. We're being initiated a lot more into Spirit. It's coming. The caterpillar opportunity. Caterpillar. Very apt. My little witchy cats, isn't it? Cat's eyes. See them glowing in a distance, don't you? You see them flash. We had the cat at the beginning of the week, didn't we, in the charms? Opportunities coming knocking. There's eyes everywhere. Just look at all their eyes. So opportunities coming good. Look, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Any more? 8. 8 eyes are watching. 8 year again. We're back to the 8 for rebirth, renewal. She's got an iris on her shoulder for spring coming. Opportunities knocking in spring. They're all spring colours. Spirits amongst us. In spring it's coming with all the blossom. Opportunity is going to be knocking for a lot of people in spring, and I think this is when the change is going to start for a lot of people come spring. I did say that we was going to have a winter of discontent, and I think a lot of people have had a winter of discontent. I truly do, myself included a bit. But spring's coming, and that's when opportunity is going to be knocking for us all. It really is. So I'm going to wrap it up there. Yeah, I'm sorry there was already pre-done, but it was in another video, so yeah. So now to witchy cats. Remember, if you follow on YouTube, thumbs up and click the bell to subscribe. If you enjoyed it, thumbs up, and then the follow button on Rumble. Okay, love and light, everybody.